during the debate, Donald Trump was confronted about the fact that he, in most years, paid nothing in taxes. And in the years where he did pay taxes, it was only $750. Let's see how that part of the debate went down.
I asked them a week ago, I said, what did I pay? They said, sir, you prepaid tens of millions of dollars. I prepaid my tax. Tens over the last number of years.
No.
Tens of millions of dollars I prepaid. Because at some point they think it's an estimate. They think I may have to pay tax. So I already prepaid it. Nobody told me that.
Did your accountant
Nobody told you that. Excuse me. And it wasn't written whenever they write this. They keep talking about $750, which I think is a filing fee. But let me just tell you, I prepaid millions and millions of dollars in taxes.
It's just not true.
Number one.
No.
Number two, I don't make money from China. You do. I don't make money from Ukraine.
He got more than $70 million back in a tax refund that he's now being audited for. He's such a clown.
$3.5 million, Joe, and your son gave you. They even have a statement that we have to give 10% to the big man. You're the big man, I think. I don't know, maybe you're not, but you're the big man, I think. Your son said we have to give 10% to the big man.
That part of the debate was you're the big man. You're the big man. Maybe you're not, but you're the big man. You're the big. What is he talking about? It was amazing.
I think he has to be 10%, and he says the big man. I'm thinking it's the big man upstairs. I think he's talking about tithes, isn't it? And I mean, because it ties to a church. No. Other than that, it is absolutely the wildest thing I've ever heard, ever.
No, nobody knew what he was talking about. What he was referring to was that Joe Biden, according to Tony, whatever his name was, Bobulinski.
No, I'm kidding. But it's something like that, Bobalucci or Babafui.
Bob Dabalina. The whole that he was referred to as the big man in that conversation. That Bobulinski said that Hunter Biden was talking that some of this has to come off to the big man, which was supposed to be Biden. There was no context for that. There was no explanation. I did a better job.
None.
Terrible job just now. So it was horrible.
It's like Trump is such a hilarious guy. He's like, remember, like Danny Bonaducci said, okay, you're the big man, I think. You're the big man, right? What are you asking him for?
But like to Michael's point, you had told us about the whole Bobaluchki thing, whatever, before the debate started. But like, people don't know what that is. Like, I don't know what that is. So when he says that during the debate, the vast majority of Americans watching are like, wait, what? Wait, why is Biden the big man? What's going on?
It almost sounded like a compliment. Like if I was in the middle of a debate and somebody's like, you're the big man, right? I'd be like, goddamn right I am.
How did any of this work 4 years ago? I know we've already gone over this, but every time I hear this, man, I'm like, how did this work last time around? And this is one hell of a lesson for people to learn when they wanted to try something different.
Yeah. True.
Like I would ask myself that all the time. And then one time I was visiting former colleague, good friend of mine, Tom Hank, and we watched a few episodes of The Apprentice, which I had never watched, didn't care about. It's honestly, I think it's because of the way Trump was portrayed before he had any position of power. Like he was portrayed as this like strong, competent businessman who knew what he was doing. He was decisive. And then couple that with the fake populist message that he had in 2016. And I think that there were a lot of Americans who were just like willing to take a chance because he represented this unconventional, non-politician candidate that people were really curious and interested in. Anyone who was paying super close attention as we were knew he was full of it. But I think people were just willing to take a risk. And the tricks that he played back in 2016 just aren't resonating today because we've gotten 4 years of garbage. We've gotten 4 years of trash. And I think people are just smarter. They just know better. But I do want to just quickly clarify some of the statements I made in real time as that moment in the debate happened. So Trump keeps talking about how like I prepaid my taxes. No, you didn't. You didn't prepay your taxes. Trump is being audited, or the audit by the IRS is on hold while he's president. But he had been audited and will continue to be audited once he's no longer president over the $72.9 million tax refund he received in 2010. That tax refund, I mean, come on. $72.9 million. I had to look again because it shocks me every single time. He got a tax refund, and it's because of all these little tricks he tried to play with his tax returns. And as Michael Cohen, his former personal lawyer, stated under oath, he would intentionally deflate his assets in order to avoid paying taxes. And apparently in 2010, he deflated his assets to the point where he got an insane tax refund from the IRS, which is what he's being audited for.
Okay, guys, so first of all, I found the name of the guy we were searching for, Tony Bobulinski. And it really doesn't sound much better than the names we made up. But anyway, I'm not positive whether he's part of the Howard Stern's crew or not. But by the way, Donald Trump was. By the way, that was such a great statement. Somebody from Howard Stern's show said, you know, he was part of the Rat Pack, the people who were mentally damaged, and they didn't realize. Whack Pack. Sorry, Whack Pack. And they didn't realize that they were the butt of the joke. That's what always made me uncomfortable about Howard's show, right? But Trump was one of those guys, and he thought he was buddies with Howard. The whole time Howard was making fun of him because he would say these stupid things like, oh yeah, I avoided Vietnam, and my personal Vietnam was avoiding STDs at the sex parties, right? And everybody's laughing at him, and he thinks they're laughing with him. Anyways, by the way, speaking of how he's trash Anna, on shoptyt.com, we have a Take the Trash Out in 2020 shirt that I love, and it's got a red hat on the trash. Check that out. Now back to the taxes. He says, I prepaid him 10 million, I think. First of all, what do you mean you think? Do you know or don't you know, right? And he's just throwing out numbers. He didn't prepay any taxes. What he's referring to is that he asked for the refund for things he should have paid. That's why he's under audit, because he didn't prepay them. He shouldn't have gotten that $72 million. And remember his original claim that he was worth $10 billion? So now we all know he's bankrupt now, right? But if he was worth $10 billion, even if he paid 10 million in taxes, it would be minuscule, it would be nothing. That would mean that he was cheating on his taxes. And he forgot his lie. I mean, he's told so many lies, he's forgotten it. I mean, think about it, guys. $10 billion is a gigantic amount of money. The revenue that you would earn from that 10 million in taxes would be nothing. But of course, he doesn't pay that. He pays either 0 or 750 over the last couple of years, as the New York Times proved. And of course, not only does he not have 10 billion or 1 billion, as we told you on day one, it turns out he owes $421 million. And the reason he's in such a panic is because when he loses the election, the IRS then says, give me the 72 million, and he doesn't have it, let alone his other creditors. But honestly, Biden had the best line. He just said very simply about his taxes, what are you hiding? You know, I release my taxes, you never release your taxes. So it's just a simple question, what are you hiding? Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.